What's up, everybody? Coach Ryan Bucciantini from Conquer Athlete, bringing you guys today's Conquer at the Whiteboard. So today what we're talking about is training environments, and we're going to get a little bit deeper than what you probably think about a training environment is. So the way I think about a training environment is both in the internal and external. So internally, you have your mental and emotional training environments. And then your external, you have your physical training environment. And what I mean by this is mentally, are you showing up engaged and wanting to get better with your training? Or are you just kind of going through the paces? Are you a little bit burnt out, or are you really engaged and focused on the task at hand? Next, do you know and have a game plan? And what I really mean by that is, have you looked at your training for the day and you make sure you have all your equipment, you make sure you have all your gear, you're mentally prepared to tackle the training at hand. And last but not least, you know what you're actually doing. So before you get to the gym, you've looked at your training. So if there's something you don't understand, you've already put the question out there to your coach so you can get that answered, so you're not in the middle of a training set or something like that. And then you have to have a question, wait around, and you may miss part of the stimulus that your coach had intended for you. Now next, the emotional side. I want you guys to think, are you emotionally detached from the other stressors in your life and focused in on the training at hand? Right? We all have different stressors in our life, whether it's financial or family or work or whatever it is. But in the gym, in the moment, if you are going to train, I think it's incredibly important to learn how to detach from those things. And I'm not saying you have to forget them, like if your wife is pregnant and you're expecting a baby sometime soon, that doesn't mean just shut off your phone and be like, oh, well, I didn't want to answer my phone because, I was in the middle of training, right? Be sensible about it. But, if you know you're going to get a bunch of work emails and things like that, put your phone away, take that stress out of your life, and just focus in and commit 100% to the training at hand. And now the physical, and this is probably some things that you've heard before, but I'm going to reiterate it. My 3 points when it comes to a physical training environment are the athletes that you choose to surround yourself with. Do they support your goals? Do they keep you accountable? Not necessarily hold you accountable, because you should hold yourself accountable, but do they keep you accountable? And you actually like being around them. I think those are incredibly important. And then what I want you guys to think about is the music. Obviously, if you're in a bigger gym, you probably don't have a ton of control over the music unless you have headphones in or something like that. But what I want you guys to think about in different training pieces is the volume of the music you're listening to, the pace of the music, and then the style of the music. The words matter, the pace matters. If you're doing something that's a little bit longer, maybe you don't want something that is really going to ramp your heart rate up. Try to match the music to what you're actually doing within the work. And then last but not least, the space itself. Is it organized, and is there enough space for what you're actually trying to do? There's nothing worse than being in the middle of a workout and having people coming in between. Their equipment gets set up in the middle of your equipment. There's nothing worse than that. So, setting some boundaries around that, right? So those are my thoughts on training environments. Feel free, hit us up in the comments if you guys do have any questions. Get after it.